This is the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition for Wednesday, September 17th. I'm James Spann. A nice surge of dry air dropped in here last night. That's going to set the stage for some rather quiet weather for a while. Let's take a look. Here's the big picture this morning. This is the water vapor satellite view, troughing over the east, ridging in the west. Underneath the ridge, we have what's left of Odile, the tropical storm coming up the Gulf of California with flooding issues for the southwest United States. Hey, feels pretty good. North of here, see a lot of 40s and some 30s around the Great Lakes, and we'll catch the edge of that air mass. Our days will stay warm, but the humidity should be lower, and nights will be cooler for the rest of the week. And the watch warning map, pretty quiet. Again, some frost and freeze warnings for upper Michigan. The big story is the flooding potential in the southwest United States, basically El Paso to Las Vegas, under a flash flood watch, including Phoenix and Tucson. You can see the big numbers out there. The bullseye for the next 7 days is 7.5 inches around Tucson, Arizona. But around here, hardly any at all. This is valid through Monday of next week, and this is showing just a trace, and I'm not so sure we see even that much. Maybe a little bit Sunday night with a cold front coming in, but probably not much. We'll check the tropical situation. This is the middle of September, a time when things ought to be active out there, and quite frankly, they're really not. We have one heat wave coming off the coast of Africa, and Edouard, and that's about it. Edouard this morning is packing sustained winds of 90 miles an hour. It briefly, just for a moment, was upgraded to a major hurricane yesterday morning, but didn't stay that way for long, and it will be moving east and bending to the south before getting to the Azores and fizzling out in the middle of nowhere. Here's a look at Odile. This thing is still a tropical storm with 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds in the Gulf of California. And goodness, that thing is headed right up into Arizona, and that's a reason for the flooding concerns there. And, hey, a new one in the eastern Pacific. This is Tropical Storm Polo. And you know the deal. You got to have a Marco out there somewhere, but there's not. This is packing sustained winds of 50 miles an hour, and this will become a hurricane. Now, you know, our friends at Cabo San Lucas took a major severe hit with Odile, and this one, based on this track, should stay south of Cabo San Lucas, but obviously people there will be watching this with a very close eyes. That recovery is going to take a long time. All right, model fans, this is the GFS, the Global Forecast System, the OZ run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars. Ridging in the west, troughing in the east, and a dry air mass. Lots of sun today with a high in the mid-80s in most spots. Up in the Tennessee Valley, they'll see a high closer to 80. Tomorrow, another sunny day. The morning's going to feel good. We'll start the day around 60. Cooler pockets will see upper 50s. Again, the high should be in the mid-80s. And this is Friday, and again, if there's any little fly in the ointment, it might be the cold air damming thing here for East Alabama. You can see colder high setting up over the coast of Maine with the wedge coming down the slopes of the Appalachians. And this is suggesting some low clouds over the Carolinas and Georgia. And again, if you live in Wadowee or Roanoke or Heflin or Galesville or Cedar Bluff, we'll keep an eye on this. For now, we're going to discount the effect of the wedge and not forecast any changes there, but it might be a day where the clouds creep into East Alabama, and temperatures there near the Georgia border could be noticeably cooler. Otherwise, the day mostly sunny with a high in the mid-80s. No real change on Saturday, sunny, mid-80s. Nice day for football, and this is Sunday. We got a cold front north and west of the state, but man, it looks puny. And the GFS been very consistent in this. It looks like the day Sunday should be dry, partly sunny and warm. This is just after midnight Sunday night, 1 a.m. Monday. Little band of showers in the front entering North Alabama. And then by Monday at 1 o'clock, the front is coming through, but showers are just very isolated. So we'll mention a small chance of a shower Sunday night and Monday. And this is Tuesday of next week. Again, ridging in the west, troughing in the east. A new surge of cooler, drier air dropping in here. That'll feel pretty good. That might get us with a high down to about 80. And Wednesday morning of next week should be a morning with lows perhaps in the 50s. High in the 80s, moisture confined to the far southern part of Alabama. We'll check the end of the forecast, the 2nd of October. ridging in the west. We've still got troughing in the east. And again, that looks like a nice air mass as a relatively tranquil, dry pattern continues for the next 15 days. Temperatures, look at the mid-70s there toward the end of next week, in about a week, with lows down in the 50s. And again, those numbers are not too far from average values for late September in Alabama. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here today by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.